Malawi and boy.
Good morning. How are you doing, guys? How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the show. It's one of those days when I'm in my fuzzy, cozy outfit. I like it because it's flexible, it's enjoyable, and in Ireland it's bloody cold all the time. So this helps me. But I still have my Man City scarf. You know what? Before we start off, I'd like to share this. I'd like to share this with all the Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans, some of them have started changing the tone. They're like, "Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be happy with the draw. It's fine if we draw today." Nah, you can't fool me, man. I'm familiar with your game. You're trying to downplay this match because you want to look good at the end of the day. You want, when you win, you'll be like, yeah, you come out. But if you lose, you're like, we said that. Oh, it's not all that serious. So we are familiar with your game, man. So you can fool us. You guys are at home. You are at your home stadium, and you're doing better than City. And if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be confident. I would be saying, we are going to smack you at our stadium. That's what I'd be saying if you're coming to the Etihad. So let me just bring in a few guests I have. Let me just stop sharing this for now. This was just for this part. Bear with me for a minute. Stop sharing. There we go. We're back again. Let me just welcome a few people, then I welcome the guests we have. Big up, my brother Patrick. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. It's a very good channel. I hope that tonight ends in a disappointment for you, but nevertheless, what a great game this is going to be. Everybody keeps saying that it's a great game, then we end up having a ball fest. How you doing, Bobby K? How you doing? Luca, as always, my friend, as always, coming with the negativity. He's already putting his team as giving a defeat to his own team. Shocking, Luca. But go subscribe to Luca's channel, very good channel. Vita Game says, Laja Pips, I'm getting work done to be free later for the game. You know, if available, I'll be joining the panel. As always, you're welcome. Charlie says City. Xavier says we're going City 2-0 today. People are so confident. I'm surprised why. Arsenal are favorites for the title. Arsenal are at home, favorites for the win, but we will show them our quality. Very good. Chris says, Patrick, big up. I want City to win the league. I can't stand Arsenal fans. I don't want United to win it cause of my Liverpool connections. Yeah, I know, Chris. It's a failure if Arsenal don't win the league. That's true. I just feel like they have the momentum and they have to win this. But anyway, let me welcome my guest. How you doing, mate?
Not bad, you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I haven't seen you in a long time, mate.
Yeah, the health's been playing up, so I had to take a break. But I'm back now.
Nah, big up to you, man. Hopefully, hopefully everything goes well. You know, my prayers are with you. As I said in the chat, I think I saw one of the chats you were talking about the same thing. Let me just welcome Carl. I'm surprised he's awake from all the way from America. I don't know how you woke up for this one, but big up to you, Carl. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you? Good to
Yeah,
be here. Yeah.
is the sun even out right now in America?
No, it's not out yet.
Oh wow, what dedication?
Wow.
What dedication? So Carl, I managed to get a Arsenal fan, one of the people who I used to feature in Rich's channel. I don't know if you know Rich. Very good lad, and I could have got Luca, but I think Luca wanted to do his yesterday, and I told him I was at work. I think I was also going to feature on yours, but I was at work. Then that's why I've had to do it a morning before the game. So look, I'm gonna start off quite simple.
Can I can I can I start with something? I'm calling
Yeah,
Luca
go ahead.
out. I'm
Yeah, go ahead.
calling Luca out, bud. I'm calling Luca out, bruv. He said on his channel,
Mm,
1 minute he wanted a draw, then
mm.
he said on my channel, Arsenal are gonna win 2-1.
Now
Now
he's
we're
saying
saying
Man
City.
City.
Now he's saying City win 2-1. Which is it, bro? Can't cover yourself all angles so you can go, I told you so. Like, come on.
Nah,
Like, seriously.
you see, this is what I said at the beginning. That's why I said that speech. I've been watching people who you have to be
And
confident when it's your team. Yeah,
how dare you predict us to lose? How dare you?
yeah.
Like,
Where is
how
he?
dare
Where is it?
you?
Let's get him on screen. There he is.
We're top of the table. Like, come on. Right? The pressure's on City. They need the result. They need the win to take control of the title race. We just have
Yeah,
to avoid defeat.
he has to be confident, and that's quite funny that he predicted
He ain't.
China,
He ain't.
and then he got a draw. Do you see this cow? Look at his moving funny. He's predicted a draw, a win, and now on this channel he's predicting an away win. Okay,
Patrick, have you not noticed he always moves funny?
yeah, he does. He does. I think he always wants to cover all angles. Now I understand. You're right. Okay, let me share this. Okay, so basically it's Arsenal versus City. Somehow I couldn't switch the sides of the picture, but we all understand what's going on here. So it's between the teacher versus the master again. At this point in time, I think by the end of this season, we'll stop calling Ateta a student, regardless he wins the league or doesn't win. I think he's earned the right to just be Ateta, who is no longer under Pep's mastership. But let me start with Arsenal side. What's your injury report from that side?
Uh, your guess is as good as mine. I know Jesus is out.
Yeah,
I know Smith Rowe isn't still fully with it yet. Um, there's not many others other than that really. Um, Partey is should be fit,
yeah.
so there shouldn't be any real excuses really
Uh, what
to
what's your
in terms of the injury report.
what's your opinion on getting Jorginho?
Oh Jesus, it's another Chelsea reject, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to know because
What
I've
is it with
spoken to a few
us?
fans who say, oh, he's stable, but I was like, what's the opinion
David,
from maybe
David, we bought David Luiz, William fucking
Willie? Yeah,
Gallas,
yeah.
right? Like, yeah. And I mentioned William Gallas. I didn't even
Check,
mention
check,
Willian,
check.
right? Right, yeah, check yourself out of it. Like, oh mate, the amount of Chelsea we've bought
Why?
another
What?
one.
What?
He's basically an El Neni. He's good for the last 20 minutes of the game when you're 2-0 up and you see a game out. He's good in that sense. Some people, Chelsea fans, were saying he holds the ball up well. He passes well. Did you see the Everton game? He couldn't pass. He couldn't cross the road, right? He couldn't pass the neighbour in the street. for goodness sake, like that's why he was worth 12 million. Because
I don't
shit.
get why does Arsenal keep shopping there? Like they never give you the best anyway. They never give you anybody who's
Patrick,
in that peak. Yeah.
here's the thing. Arsenal have got the money to spend in Harrods, but we go shopping Poundland. That is
God.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't get it though. Like you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that okay, you're top of the
Don't
table,
ask
right?
me, I don't get it.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that you guys are top of the table. You're doing well. I would go for you could have tried to clinch those big names you were linked with, like Joao Felix, Caicedo. I know Brighton were a bit silly about that, and that's what they are. But you should have just. I was thinking you're gonna go hardcore to make sure you stamp
Why
your
they say
authority.
Arsenal didn't put the money down. If you wanted it, put the
Nah,
bloody money down.
I'm starting to. I'm
Put the
starting.
goddamn money down.
Do you do
Like
you, did
I
you
haven't.
seriously? You wanted
You're telling
90?
me, for example, telling me. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Oh, give me a sec. I've got
No, go ahead. Okay, so as we're waiting for him, Carl, what about the City side? Any injuries you know about?
No, there are no injuries that I'm aware of.
It's just John Stones, isn't it? It's just John
Yeah,
Stones.
just John. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna move away from that. So okay, so Arsenal and City, Carl, what's your general feeling before we get the Arsenal fan back?
I'm very calm about this game, man. I have this calmness about this game because I recognize that win, lose, or draw, there's still 14 games left to play, and 14 games or 15 games is a lot of games to play. So I'm just looking forward to watching what happens in this game more than anything else. So this whole narrative about title decider and this and that, I don't buy into it either which way.
I don't think it's a title decider. It's not. It's not. I think Sky is just selling. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, it's what happens in this game. We'll see what happens. But for me, it's one game that we have to play. We have to go get a result, win or a point, and then we move to Nottingham Forest, and then we move to Bournemouth, and then we keep moving on to the Champions League. That's what we have to do. Go there and try to get something from the game if we can. This idea about title decider is all bullshit. Excuse my language.
It's not title decider.
It's media nonsense. If you come April, if it's still 3 or 4 points in between and we play them again, then that's what you call a title decider, because then it's like 4 or 5 games left, and anyone that wins that now becomes the barometer, if you would. But with 14 games left, there's nothing like that, in my opinion.
Nah, this ain't a title decider with 14 games left. No way. If you're a title decider between the top two, right, is when Arsenal played Man United, where we beat them in their own gaff to win the title in 01-02. I know Man City don't remember 01-02, they weren't there. Sorry, I had to stick that one in.
I know. That's why I didn't hear it. You see, that's why I pretend as if I didn't hear it. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I had to stick that one in there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, God, it's not a title decider with so many games left, because especially the way Man City play. If Man City took over, I am not gonna sit here and say they're gonna go walk away with it. They haven't done it all season. Their form has been worse than Arsenal's. If you look at it, we've lost 2 games and drawn 2 games. Look how many points you've dropped. There you go. Right? And though the form guide home and away between Arsenal has been appalling by Arsenal, because we've gone in one direction. We've gone down, you've gone up. Right? By certain means. But I feel that Arsenal this time have a different mentality towards this game. And yes, we saw what happened in the FA Cup, but I'm not taking that as full stone, because we were trying something different in that game. You'll probably see the same shit from Arsenal like you've seen from Everton. if we see the same crap from Everton and Brentford, we're getting stuffed. Right?
Yeah,
Arteta, this is
you've
where
answered part of
Arteta,
that, isn't it? You've answered part
yeah,
of the does do that.
Arteta now needs to pull his finger out of his ass, start being a manager, and change it up. He's played this way for so long, people have now worked it out. If he can't change it, bye, missing you already, get lost. Because I can guarantee you we'll bring Tommy Asu on with 5 minutes left. I can guarantee you we'll bring Valerio on for 15 minutes. I guarantee you the first sub will be Martinelli for Trossard.
Yeah, somebody said that. You're right.
I put my
Yeah.
house on it.
Yeah, somebody said that, Carl. Do you know that somebody has, what Stephen has said is true? People in every preview I've watched, even if it's
And I
Sky,
guarantee,
ESPN, everybody knows who's coming on. Yeah.
Patrick, and I guarantee you it'd be Ramsdale, Zinchenko, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Nketiah, Saka. That'll be the team. I guarantee it.
Hasn't it been working though through the first half of the season?
Yeah, but it's not working now. Because teams are working it out. As soon as Everton worked it out, I was like, that's exactly what Brentford are going to do. And Brentford should have been 4-0 up by the first half. I don't want to hear this crap about we were robbed. Yes, we were robbed. But I'm sorry, like, we should have been out, they should have been out of sight by the end of the first half. Simple as that. So, you can use that excuse as much as you want. Right? The referee's excuse is just a weak excuse, and you can't accept the fact that your club's shit. And was shit in that game. Simple as that. Like, if you're good enough, you should be able to beat the poor ref that's there.
That's good. That's a right statement. Somebody once told me that. He's like, Patrick, I get about the decision you had against United, Carl, and somebody said, but you still have to be good enough just to beat the team because you know these refs to make.
Exactly.
But does Czerny need to come back for Zinchenko, as Chris asked, before
Yes.
I move on to Carl?
All right, Chris. All right, mate. Yeah, I know him well.
Yeah. So why do you think Zinchenko Gutierrez has to come back for Zinchenko?
Because Zinchenko's form's dropped. These players need to know that if you have performance drops, bye, out the team. Odegaard, his performance is dropped. I want to see him dropped.
So who are you gonna put for Odegaard?
I put Xhaka, Partey, Vieira.
Yeah, Vieira hasn't played a lot, isn't it? After you you bought him, and I thought he was.
We spent about 30 odd bloody million on him. We've hardly seen him. So how we can make a judgment of how good he is?
Yeah, that's
You know what
Carl,
I mean?
Yeah.
let me see what do you think? Do you think Stephen is right that sometimes it's good to change the team instead of just getting stuck with the same team over and over?
He's not going
Because
to
some of the players, yeah, but
He's
I mean from your angle, as Stephen says that sometimes
No,
it's good to
it
change
depends
up.
on depends on the game, Patrick. It depends on the game. I mean, he's not going to change it. He's not going to change the system for a big game like this. He's going to go back to the guys who got him to where he is. That's what coaches do. They trust the players who got them there. He's not going to change it.
But to be fair, right? He didn't do it against Everton. He didn't do it against Brentford. He did it against Liverpool. Put Tommy Asu on the left. Right?
He wasn't who was injured then when he played Tommy Yasu? Somebody must have been injured.
Zinchenko
Was injured.
Yeah.
But
So,
and Tierney was on the bench.
yeah. So there you go. He's not going to change it.
But no, if that was the case, then Tierney would have started.
Hmm.
But for me, like, I just feel that yes, I'm not asking for an overhaul. I'm asking for a few changes.
So who would you change then?
Players that have been performing badly. Martinelli, I think I'd put Trossard in.
Yeah,
there.
Martinelli hasn't been great in recent games.
If not, no. Actually, no. Do you know what I did? I put Trossard up front last night on my preview, I put Trossard up front, I put Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, but I put Trossard up front. Nketiah has now dropped in form again, so he's just shown what he does usually: have a bit of form and then drop, have a bit of form and then drop. I'm sorry, that's not good enough. Bye. Not 100 grand a week. He's owning over. He's nicking 100 grand a week out of us, right? That guy and the number 14 shirt, right? And that guy thinks he's good enough to play for Arsenal. That if you're not doing it consistently, mate, no, you're not. Simple as that. So, Nketiah comes in for Trossard, comes out for Trossard. Right, I played Trossard up front because he did that for against Liverpool for Brighton. He scored 3 goals. He's got a hat trick. So why not? Why not? But no, we'll stick with the same thing, and we'll see Martinelli come for Trossard, and that's the problem. Pep will know that. Pep will know. Arteta will not change it, so he'll just adapt his game plan to tear us apart.
Okay, Carl, let me ask you something, Carl. And I'm also going to go back to Steven. Where do you think this game is going to be won and lost, Carl?
In the boxes. In the boxes.
Okay, the defending boxes or the attacking boxes, or both of
Both
them?
boxes.
Okay,
Both boxes.
Okay.
That's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to be won. I mean, someone might say the midfield, but the midfield. I mean, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo, or Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan is, I mean, clearly superior to Arsenal's midfield if you combine the three and experience. But it's about finishing. It's about who can finish and who can defend the moments.
Can I just make a point on that? It's just,
go ahead.
And I'm not denying Gundogan, De Bruyne, Rodri are great players. They are extraordinary players. I'd have in my team straight away, and I'd put them straight in my team. But the form that has been shown, apart from the last couple of games, the form that of our midfield's been incredible. Jack has been like a new signing, right? A completely different person. You're not gonna. Let's just say, when we're like 3-0 down, you're not gonna see him throw his toys out the pram and get himself sent off. If you know what I mean.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, Steve. But think about this: if you had to use, if a neutral had a UCL final today, and they had to pick 3 midfielders to play in the midfield in the 4-3-3, they're not picking Partey, Odegaard, and Xhaka. They're not.
Oh yeah, that's why I said. I would take De Bruyne, Rodri, and Gundogan in my team.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the game is going to be won in the boxes. The boxes are where the game is going to be won. Defensive boxes and attacking boxes. That's it. That's where who can finish their dinner, who can defend the box well. That's where the game is going to be won today. And if City don't clean up well, if City don't defend well, Arsenal will win. If Arsenal don't defend well, City will win. That's it. It's the boxes. That's where it's going to be won or lost.
Yeah. Patrick? Do you mind me asking? I know it's probably a bit off topic. This whole. Do you think that this whole Man City charges with the FA? Do you feel that's going to have an effect on these players?
It's had a positive effect because as soon as that happened, I think the club, obviously after the Spurs game, this is how it started, Steven.
And what's your thoughts on it as well?
Yeah, I will give you a thanks. That's actually a good question. So it's actually had a positive effect because it also happened with the UEFA issue. Since then, there was meetings by the team. You could see pictures. Haaland posted a picture saying together, and then Pep has defended the club. I think it's brought a bit of assurance because we were wondering ourselves as City fans what was happening. That's before we even heard of the charges. But like, what's going on in this team? Why do people look disinterested? We never knew what was going. But this has governed the team together. They look like that together. You saw Rodri when he scored the first goal at Aston Villa, pointing at the badge, almost like in tears, like very too much passion. You know what I mean? And that header, you could see it had so much passion and what it meant to them. So for the players and the team, I think it's going positive. For me, overall, I keep telling this to a lot of people, and as we did on the show with Cow, is we are football fans at the end of the day, and the dealings done by the club is the dealings done by the club. If the club accusations or allegations are true, there's nothing what we can really do from a fan point of view than just continue supporting the club.
Because for
And
me,
obviously, go ahead.
sorry, because for me as a rival, and this is where probably I don't get the whole banter side, and people don't probably come at me as much when it comes to banter. Uh,
Mm,
if this was my club,
mm,
I'd feel sick.
mm,
I would feel sick, and not and worried about what's going to happen to us if it's true.
Well,
And
let me explain why most
this
City fans
and
are not
I,
worried.
I yeah I will, and the thing for me is that like I feel sorry for the fans because they've done all this, and the one thing that's gonna destroy um the one thing that's gonna like have a detrimental effect on is the fans, right? Because if the harshest penalties are applied, right, that's the fans who are gonna have to put up with it, right? Not them. They're still making them. They're still making their money. They're still spending their money, right? But the fans who have gone week in week out to support their club, who thought they built all this history and done it all right, and had some incredible moments, have now realised that it it was done for nothing. Let's just say if, like, for example, they put the harshest penalty and you were relegated, and the
Well,
EFL decided,
let's be
and
clear.
the
I
EFL,
mean,
and the
we've
EFL, hang on, and the EFL
it's that
decided, because the EFL doesn't have to let you in as well. So if they decide not to let you in, it could be even worse. So
yeah, but let me interject here. First of all, that's not happening. Let's be clear. It's not happening.
I don't think that would happen anyway.
And
But I'm
number
just
two, the reason why most City fans are confident is because we've been down this road before. They've been down this road before UEFA, and it was proven that they did nothing wrong. And for the Premier, we talked about this on many shows. For the Premier League to make these charges, they're going to have egg on their face. I guarantee. I'm 100% sure. 100% sure.
there's a lot of evidence.
It's bullshit. It's utter. If you investigate and think about the charges they're making, they have to be either very stupid or incompetent, right, to prove those charges. It is almost impossible to prove. Almost impossible. And we talked about it on shows with Patrick last week or 2 weeks ago, where I took time to study all the evidence and the case that's being made for them to make these charges. And by the way, it's not 100 charges, it's just 4 major charges, by the way. Right?
Yeah,
The 115 was for effect, and we can go into what that means. But it's 4 major charges, right? The core charge being that you defrauded us from an accounting perspective for 10 years, right? Now, that means that Deloitte, Ernst & Young, BDO, all the groups, all the investors, all the regulatory bodies, all of them did not see this fraud, which is, it's almost impossible to prove.
I'll ask you one thing. And I hear what you're saying. If they manage to prove that it's true,
They won't prove it's true, I think.
no, but put it in this sense that they do. What would your feelings be about the punishment for it?
I won't have any fees because they won't prove it.
No, I'm saying hypothetically, if they were proved to be true.
But they won't.
Let me give you an answer so that we can move on. I think that's something that I think that's a bridge that every City fan wants to cross when we get there, Stephen. Because right now, or like most of us, we've just decided. If you see on Twitter or if you see the City groups, they've said we all just want to watch the rest of the season because this thing might also take about 4 years, 4 to 5 years. It's not that in the end of the month or the end of the season we'll hear that this is the victory. So this is all we have decided. I think everybody wants to cross that bridge when they get there.
it's got to go through court and everything yet. So
So it might take. So anyway, let's move on to some of the comments here because some of the guys feel like the comments are not being read. Charlie says hi, FIFA, how you doing? Says easy W. There's a Sama, I'll just call you Sama this side, or Samesi. Samesi says Arsenal are a very young team. They will lose their nerves and bottle a 3-1 Man City. Wow.
do you know what?
Bayern,
Do you know what the main thing
Bayern,
is?
that's a Bayern fan, by the way.
Sorry, I will just also say the other thing with that is you're playing us at a very good month, you know. February's always been a month that Arsenal screw everything up.
Oh,
We also did it. Yeah. Do you remember that?
I forgot. I forgot. That's when. Yeah, this is when things go down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's when we start capitulating and start giving out free gifts, like we miss Christmas, or we're giving you a Valentine's Day present. Ours is going to be a bit, but let's put it this way. Arsenal's not very even 2004. Right, we had lost the Champions League and the FA Cup. Everyone thought we were going to do a treble, and we lost the Champions League and the FA Cup in the space of a week. And then we were 2-1 down to Liverpool, and it was only because we had the invincible side that we managed to claw out that situation. That was in February, March.
Why does that happen to Arsenal every Feb, March? Why is
it must be a mentality thing. It's a mentality thing. It's just something within the club that we just seem to struggle when it comes to this stage of the season.
I think so Stephen, basically, let's say for instance you get through it this time. It means you can admit that the mentality has changed. If you get through it this year,
I thought we would get through it because November's also a bad month, and we were cruising in November. We cruised through it like it weren't there. So, and we usually struggled in November. So, I thought February, if we managed to do that in November, February, we might be able to do it again. Right? And I'm not using injuries to like Jesus or anything like that as an excuse. With the players we got, we should be able to beat teams like Everton and Brentford. Right? Despite referee decisions or whatever. Right? Simple as that. If you're managing to use the same team to beat all the other teams in the league that are worse than them, then you should be able to beat them with that. Simple. And it's just something within Arsenal that it happens to be February, March that we start struggling. And then we end up going on a really good run at the end. And everyone goes, "Well, next year's our year."
Yeah, but I hope this time is. Let me just say, I saw Lucas say Steven is right. Play your shit players Arsenal. Relax.
He always says that in the end.
Yeah. Arsenal's squad isn't deep enough to win the title. Don't have it like FA like subs throughout the squad. I think he's talking about the FA Cup. Are you worried? Okay, Kyle, this one is for you. Are you worried Pep might overthink? He has tend to overthink in big games in the past.
He doesn't have to.
Not for this game. No, I mean, who knows, right? Who knows?
We're gonna get to the combined 11. I think it'll be interesting. By the way, this is what I'm gonna say, and I picked this from somewhere else. Let's do a combined 11 based on if you were taking a team to win the Premier League.
Oh, come on. That means I didn't want to get in. Get out of here.
I'm joking.
You get about 3 options. That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just
you know
put
the funny
11 based on players that.
Do it on 4.
Okay. Yeah. Do it. Yeah.
You know the funny thing, Patrick, about Arsenal right now is, once Europa League kicks up again, at some point Arsenal are going to have to make a decision because they're out the FA Cup, out the Carabao Cup. If they don't win the title, if they don't win the title or not leading the title, then Europa League becomes the last thing they can win, and then they have to play Barcelona or United or Juventus in the Europa League. All of a sudden, the season could be one where they win nothing, and then what happens to all the good football?
When do you think they have to make this? Just go ahead.
No, I know our plan. We're gonna like for February. We're gonna completely capitulate. We end up about 4th, so we get Champions League anyway. We win the Europa League. Yeah. And then everyone goes, "Oh, we did something this year." Screwed it. We fucked the title up. But sorry, but hey, we won a Europa League. This is the B-rated frigging Champions League. I don't really want the Europa League. I'd rather
I
the
like the
Champions
Europa
League.
League though. I do like it. It's a good.
It's a good one.
No,
but it drains
no,
you. It drains you a lot. There's a lot of teams.
Do you know what's gonna happen? They said like the reason you won the Europa League final is because you were never good enough in 2006 to win the Champions League final. So you had to win that one instead.
Not really. I just
That's
like
what's.
football. I just like football.
No, that's what. No, that's just what Arsenal. No, that's what all the rivals are gonna say to Arsenal fans if we win it.
Yeah, but I mean, Rich, I wouldn't worry about too much about rivals. Rivals can say all they want.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
listen to
They
what
say
your
what
fans
they
say.
want. I know. I don't listen to them anyway.
Okay, let me continue the comments anyway. So if this game if this game was a weekend, I think the media would have cracked Arsenal youngsters experiencing the title race.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see anyway. We'll find out tonight anyway.
Yes.
We'll find out if the February curse is done. We'll find out if Arsenal's young team has experience. We'll find out if Man City still have the kahunas to step up their level. Carl, last time in the FA Cup, Arsenal pressed us and made us play long. Ortega kept playing to Haaland. Do you think the same will happen in this time?
No, because Edison's going to be there. And it was smart for Arteta to do that because he knew Ortega was going to be there. And Ortega's passing.
That was top notch from Arteta. The man to man was top notch.
Yeah, but he did that because he knew that Ortega was going to be the goalkeeper.
Oh, sorry.
Right? I said he did that because he knew that Ortega is not good at passing the ball like Edison is, right? And so you can play man to man because the idea was the gap between Arsenal's goalkeeper and the defender, Holden, whatever his name was to shrink that gap. So force Ortega to try and play the ball into that gap. And many times Ortega couldn't. Right?
Yeah.
But with Edison.
Wait, Carl. Yeah, Stephen, what did you say, Stephen?
I haven't got too much longer, so if we're gonna do combined 11, I'm gonna go get it done because I'm gonna be. I can't stay too much longer.
Oh, okay, Grant. Let's get to the combined 11.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Okay, cool. So, we're gonna start off as the keeper.
I'd say Ramsdale on form, but there you go.
Carl, what do you say to that?
It has to be Eddie every single day. I mean, a game like this.
Who's got more clean sheets?
It's not the clean sheet; it's the way you play. It's not about clean sheets; it's about the way you want to play, the distribution of the ball against the high press. And it's your choice. I mean, but me, I'm always Edison because I know he can ping the ball 60 yards to anybody and make the pass. But whatever you want to pick.
Yeah.
Now this year we can give it to Ramsdale if you want, but you must remember this. It's going to this takes one of the Arsenal spots out for you. So
what?
Anyway. Yeah, so
I didn't know we get a certain amount of spots here. What's this?
Yeah, because if you start with Ramsdale, anyway,
this is fixed.
So what about right back, Walker or White?
Walker.
Oh, do you agree with that? Because Ben White has been very great this season.
I mean, it's a combined 11. I hate them, so whatever we pick is fine with me.
Okay, centre back appearing. This is just me. I don't know, Stephen, if I'm right to say this. The first half of the season, Saliba was incredible, but the second half of the season, it looks like Gabriel is looking better than Saliba.
I wouldn't say that. He's dipped in a couple of performances. He hasn't been totally dreadful. His performances have been good still. It's just the last couple of games have been a bit iffy. So it just shows the level of how high Saliba's pushed his levels up in terms of his defending. He's been that good that a couple of games of missed performances, which happened to even Tony Adams at times, even happened to Sol Campbell, right, when we had him, right, a couple of games, and all of a sudden everyone's on his back saying his form's good.
Okay, cool. So are you picking Saliba? Because I'm going to give the new one CB.
Oh, Saliba's got to be in there.
I always knew this. Carl, what do you think of Saliba? I always knew this kid had potential. I was surprised. Obviously, looks like Arteta handled it well, but I always knew the kid had potential. What do you think of Saliba, Carl?
Yeah,
Because
he's a
I
good
think he's
player.
gonna take off.
He's a good.
I think looking at Varane retired at France, I think he'll be
He's
first
good.
choice.
He's a good player. Yeah, definitely a good player.
I've already stated he's got the potential of becoming another Tony. He's got the potential of becoming a French Tony Adams. I'm
Yeah,
not even
true.
joking.
So, Carl, what about yourself? For me, I would put Diaz, but who would you put?
Well, it has to be Ayman Laporte every day. There's no question. The best left-sided
Yeah,
centre
I'll go
back
Laporte.
in the Premier League. There's no one close to him.
He's
Laporte,
very
Laporte
underrated these
Diaz.
days, isn't it? He gets
He is the
insulted these
best
days.
left-sided centre back in the Premier League. There's nobody
Mate.
better.
Mate, like Saliba plays every week, and he doesn't even get the rating that Laporte gets. So that shows how good Laporte is.
So what about left back? As you know, Man City don't really have a left back. It's Nathan Ake these days. So which left back do you bring to the table, Steven?
It'd have to be Zinchenko.
Yeah, Zinchenko has been great. Carl, what do you think?
Zinchenko, we know Zinchenko well. We know his flaws, man. I wouldn't start Zinchenko in a big game like this with players who can run him behind or pass him behind. He will get caught like a deer in the headlights. We know him very well. We know his weaknesses. That's.
Then
But I mean, it's fine. I mean, we're playing the back four, so that's fine. You can keep him there.
it
But for me,
it'd either be Zinchenko or Tierney. Then
if you're looking for something more defensively solid, you're going to go Tierney instead. If you go Zinchenko against City's front three,
yeah, I'd go
and
Tierney.
De Bruyne,
I'd
he
go
would get. I
Tierney.
mean, and they know his weakness, right? They know him inside and out. So if he's,
Tiee, yeah, that's it.
it's
Okay, okay, cool. So we've got we've got Ramsdale, Walker, Saliba, Laporte, Tierney. To be honest with you, if this was my team's backline, I wouldn't worry. I'm just saying, guys. Sometimes I've seen ridiculous combined 11s, but so far we're balancing
Yeah.
very well. Now it comes to the difficult
Oh
part.
god.
Because I still think, regardless how Thomas Partey has been great, Rodri has been incredible and just beats everybody on stats, on everything. People underrate him because he plays for City, but I was disappointed when he wasn't put in the team of the season and Thiago was put in. Even Thiago himself made a joke that, yeah, I also asked myself that, where is Rodri? So it looks like, anyway, so for me, I think it's Rodri because there was a lot of combined.
Yeah,
11.
I'll give you Rodri on that one.
Yeah. What about yourself, Carl? Do you want to
well.
put
The
Partey?
problem here is that if we're going to split this either which way, something has to give, right? Because I mean, De Bruyne, Bernardo, and Rodri. I mean, it's how do you,
I
Yeah,
like to say
yeah.
Xhaka is probably.
I mean, I could
different,
do Rodri, Xhaka, and De Bruyne, right? I mean, that's probably I could live with that.
Yeah, because if you're playing De Bruyne, then Odegaard's not really useful.
Yeah.
Because
I could do
that's the same
Xhaka.
sort of player.
I could do Xhaka,
Yeah,
Rodri, and De Bruyne. I think those three would
Xhaka.
probably be. Yeah.
Put
That's
Xhaka
what
in there.
Come on, no way, no.
No, don't start this.
There is no way any of you are going to ignore Odegaard.
No, you
Whoa,
got
wait,
come on.
wait.
This is
Let's
a
go to the
combined 11, bruv.
No,
This
no,
ain't
let's-
a lot.
So, Patrick,
This
you're
not a
gonna-
team.
Patrick,
This ain't a Tim Sherwood. We pick all 11 Tottenham players.
No.
Tottenham combined 11, bruv.
Rodri, Odegaard, and De Bruyne. Odegaard has to be in this team. You cannot put Odegaard not in this team. This is a lie, guys. You can't. Odegaard has been incredible. I was scared of this Odegaard on one in some of the games.
Mate. The levels that Xhaka.
Comments, tell me, would you rather Xhaka or Odegaard? Please, people in the comments. Because Stephen, come on, Odegaard.
I'm telling no, Patrick. Like when Partey got injured, right? Xhaka had El Neni beside him, and yet we played like Partey was always there.
So you're saying Xhaka is more important to your team than Odegaard?
No, I think you're saying the balance. If you're going to play a balanced midfield, right?
This is what I'm saying. If you're playing, Patrick, De Bruyne and Odegaard are the same player.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah, I
both
know.
attacking
Oh, so
midfielders.
you're
If you're
looking at a
playing,
player who
if
drops
you want to
back.
play
Who
De
drops back.
Bruyne, yeah, if you're playing De Bruyne and you've got Rodri as a DM, you've got to put Xhaka as the box to
Correct.
box.
Correct.
Yo,
Correct.
I get. Oh, I see where the
Yeah.
angle
You
you're
have to look
coming
at
from.
it's the
But
balance you need.
yeah, I see the
It'd be
balance you're
too
doing. Like the same way we play.
imbalanced
Yeah, I get what you're
because you've
doing.
got
But
two attacking midfielders, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden you've got no defense, no
yeah,
midfield to
yeah,
cover the
yeah.
defense.
If you
You
bring
got
it from
Rodri
that
on his
angle, I
own,
get it. Yeah, if you bring it
or
from that angle, I
Rodri
get it.
gets
But
exposed.
on ability, I was about to say no, not on ability. Okay, so let's bring Xhaka in there.
But then, to be fair, Xhaka's form has been just as good as Odegaard's.
I just rate Odegaard highly.
Yeah, I
If you
know,
guys,
but
you know what?
mate,
If you guys would want to just throw
mate,
him
he
over,
silenced me after the first 5 games as well. So there we are. But I can't ignore what Xhaka's managed to improve on in the space of a season.
I'm pretty sure we're not arguing on this one.
What's this
Wow.
one?
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Nah, Nketiah's getting nowhere near that, bruv. Nketiah's getting nowhere near that.
What about Jesus, the
Mate,
striker that drops in?
Nketiah's more closer to the non-league than fucking Erling Haaland.
Okay, cool. Let me just also see a few comments here from people. There was a comment here I missed. It says, "It's galvanized the players and galvanized the fan base. We want the title more than ever. We are City. We fight till the end." Steven,
That's what I
form is
want.
based on your recent outings, so you can't say apart from our previous outings, our form. Okay, I don't understand. I think that's from way before, way before. We've been here before. We are innocent. As simple as I
I
think.
think what
We
he
already
means. I
discussed that.
think what he means is despite the last 2 games, our form usually.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's saying.
We've been in League Two before. We'll go down again if we need to. We had 30,000 fans in League Two, the biggest fan base in that league. Big up to you. Lucas says my lineup tonight is Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Saliba, White, Tierney. So you're dropping Gabriel. Wow. Harvey, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. White as a centre back is not a bad shout. I like White as a centre back.
Mate, you did. Mate, no. I don't want Ben White as a centre back.
Is he bad? Is he bad as a centre back?
He's been brilliant when he's been on the right. I don't want him back in the centre where he was crap.
Yeah, because Ben White was Brighton's best defender, wasn't he?
Oh, brilliant! I'm so glad. Like, it didn't work last season. We let in more goals.
Okay,
No.
cool. So let's keep on seeing this. Okay, Rodri is Man City's best player, best midfielder, and even better than Kimmich, Thiago. Wow, for my Bayern fan,
And hang on a minute.
Big up to you.
Sorry, Patrick. I've got to... Luca, that's not the team you were getting out with last night.
Carl, Luca is being exposed here. Luca is changing. He's flip-flopping teams. I think you know
He's
what he's trying to
changing the
do.
teams,
He's
the
downplaying.
formation.
I think he's downplaying it on this channel, trying to get in our minds, trying to downplay it. Okay, so let's go here, guys. Left winger.
He's gone 4-2. Sorry, he's gone 4-2. He's gone 4-2-3-1. He went 4-3-3 last night. Fuck me.
Luca is moving mad. Okay, left winger. Do we go for Jack Grealish or we go for Martinelli?
Luca, don't start an argument. I'm meeting you later, mate. So don't even start.
Okay, so guys, for the left wing, do we go Jack Grealish or Martinelli or Foden?
Martinelli, apart from the last 2 games.
Carl?
You're not putting Grealish in front of Martinelli. No way.
You know my opinion about inverted wingers, right? So
I know.
my opinion.
Carl. This is straightforward for you, isn't it? Straightforward.
Yeah, I don't like inverted wingers. That's the only reason why I prefer natural wingers. So while Jack has done well, if Martinelli's left-footed, I'm playing him.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Martinelli.
What about here? Do you go for Riyad Mahrez or Saka? Because Riyad Mahrez has been on fire also, and Saka has been incredible.
Saka.
See, I'm going with Mahrez for this one.
Oh, you would.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to have Martinelli on the left, he's natural winger. I'm going to have the inverted one on the right with Mahrez.
Saka does like cutting in as well and getting a shot off.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Need
it's
to work
just
on
my
his shooting.
I just like, two natural wingers gives you too much
Oh, we'll leave that
space.
to you, Patrick. Which one are you going for?
I'm thinking this comes to that factor where, look, I would actually have Martinelli and Saka. I know Myers has been great, but this also comes to that decision when I said Ramsdale then has to get out of goal and it has to be Edison. I want a balance.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll go
because
with
there's a lot of Arsenal fans, and I'm basically gonna get skinned for this.
that.
so I'm
Look, if you want Mahrez there, put Mahrez there. Fuck what
nah,
they think.
Saka. Look, it's Saka.
It's
Trust
their
me, it's
opinion.
Saka.
If they want Saka in there, then
Then
it's their
Nah,
can I say this?
opinion.
Kyle
Put,
understands
put,
why I'm
Your
going for
opinion.
this.
no, put Saka.
Kyle,
You could put Saka on the right, but then put Grealish on the left.
or do you think that's more of a balance? I think I'd rather just put Edison and
Ooh.
go just to make it a balance now.
I don't like inverted wingers. That's me, but that's my own issue. I don't like.
But this is the difference between I just think Martinelli and Saka would actually cook with Haaland.
Oh, mate, yeah. That.
No, I think they
Did
would
you-
cook with Haaland. I
That-
think they are
can
more
you
direct.
imagine that? Rodri, Xhaka, De Bruyne, Saka, Martinelli, you got Haaland up top. Oh, Jesus. You'd be trying to win the Invincible title with that. I'm not even
Yeah.
joking.
So guys, that's the team.
deadly.
Yeah, that's the team, guys. That's the team. And both Grealish and Martinez right-footed. Yeah, they are. I think they're both right-footed. They're both right-footed. Nick Pope is England's best keeper, only always behind Alisson and Edison. Them since Burnley,
No.
Ramsdale's Pickford overrated.
Ramsdale's
I don't
just
think.
no.
I
Ramsdale's
don't think
no,
Ramsdale is overrated. This no, I think Ramsdale
No,
is a
no,
good
he's
keeper.
not.
Listen.
Ramsdale's overrated. What's he got to do?
Probably win the band though.
What's he got to do? Break his neck, saving a shot. Like, honestly.
No, big up to Ramsdale though. He came from 3 teams that went down, and I thought he was not
Yeah.
good, but now it shows that it was the teams.
And everyone
because he's
and
doing
everyone
well.
was and our own fans were abusing him, Luca.
Wait. So, Carl, you said what do you want? You said you wanted natural wingers, but I think these 2 wingers would complement Haaland.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Anyway, let's just leave it there. We'll have a
Leave-
combined
leave it-
11
leave
during
it there.
midnight. Yeah, you know yourself, Carl. We once went on a combined 11, Stephen, and Carl wanted Laporte badly. Oh, it stayed for a while. It stayed for so
So how
long.
many is that? That's was 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Okay, I'll live it at 5. You get
Okay,
6.
so score prediction before we close up.
2-1 Arsenal.
Carl? 2-1 Arsenal. Carl?
I don't do score predictions, but I'm going to go 3-1 City.
Okay, great.
Mate,
So,
mate,
guys,
Patrick, I'm going 2-1 Arsenal with my top of the league sunglasses.
no, big up to you, Stephen. Big up to you. Guys, thank you
And
for
if
watching, guys.
sorry, just before you
Yeah,
wrap
go
up, and if you're really special, and if it's a really special win, I'll crack open my fake cigar.
big up to you, man. Big up to you. I think you can answer that now. So Charlie says 2-0 City. Solo says 3-0 City. Guys, thank you very much for watching this. Thank you very much. Your clean sheets are mostly obtained from the beginning of the season. Bro, talking like Ramsey's got more clean sheets than the man who got the golden gloves. Guys, big up to you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully this game is exciting. Tell us your score prediction, guys, if you're watching this later. But you know yourself, I'm going to post the combined 11 on Twitter. But that's all from us, guys. From me, Carl, Steven. Appreciate Steven. Please subscribe to Steven's channel. I'll put the link below in the description. And I also put pitch points in the description below. And here's another one. It says Arsenal 2, City 3. England, champions of England, we know what we are. Thank you very much, Charlie. Thank you very much, everybody. Make sure on your way out, guys, you like the vid. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And thank you for all the people who have been supporting the channel, all the people who were watching this with us. It was exciting. It was a pleasure to have Carl and Steven. Goodbye.